Okay, all right. We are live here and I'm excited. Hello, guys. Welcome everybody who's on Facebook, whether you're watching live with us, let us know, or whether you are watching on replay. This is Leanne. Say hello, Leanne.
Hi, guys.
And yeah, Leanne is with us today, and I'm going to interview her briefly over the next 5 to 10 minutes. And I want to basically share her story. Leanne's got a really inspiring story. She's been with us in our group fitness program for a few years now, and she has, I'll let her share the story. She's done a lot and she's overcome a lot of obstacles. And this is part of the reason why I wanted to also share her story. I think it's very inspiring. And I think a lot of people will resonate with, some of the setbacks and stuff she's had, but her ability to be able to push on and continue to look after herself, where many others would have probably given up by now, is super, super cool. So, Leanne, thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, talk to us a little bit about why you joined back when you did in the first place. What was inspiring you then to get into it?
I joined in May last year. Yeah, May last year. I had lost my job. I thought at that point in time I'd had quite a couple of years of, my mum was passed away. I had a lot of stress in the family, had a stressful job. So I thought at that point in time it was time to do something for myself, because I'm the type of person, unfortunately, I put everyone else ahead of myself. So it was time for me to do something for me. So I tried one gym, but they were only doing business hours, and they were sort of more a rehab type of gym I was recommended to. And then just going through Facebook, I found CoreFit and a 6-week challenge. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll give myself a go on the 6-week challenge, see what happens. Well, I didn't do too bad. I lost I think I won that challenge. I won the challenge. Yeah, I did. And that was quite exciting. I was quite shocked. But I enjoyed coming to CoreFit, and it was time for me to do something for me. Since then, since joining, I've had a few hiccups, health-wise, work-wise, just trying to fit everything in, and then COVID comes along. So it's just been sort of up and down. As I said, my health's been a main priority at the moment. There's been a few hiccups with my health, trying to investigate what's going on. Still haven't got to the bottom of it. So it's been a bit, I've plateaued out a bit at the moment, but I still go to the gym. I actually mentioned to a number of friends towards the end of last year, and they're actually still on my back about it. They never thought that I would become a gym junkie or enjoy going to the gym. Because I was, well, yeah, it's to them, I was always, I was overweight. I'm obese. I was obese. So, and I still am obese. So exercise wasn't a big thing for me. But then when I joined CoreFit, it was not only the exercise. Gyms to me are always sort of like boring. I have the attention span of like a gnat. I like to move on to something different every few minutes. So that's what resonates with me with CoreFit. You're not doing the same thing all the time. And as I said, my friends kept saying, oh, you're a gym junkie, you're a gym junkie. So I then lost quite a bit of weight, until sort of September, October last year. I had a few more health issues. I had a holiday in Bali. I put on a few kilos. COVID came along, put on a few more kilos. So at the moment, I'm sort of plateaued and I haven't put on weight, but I have gone back into some really old habits, which I need to sort of squash. But there's other things going on as well. Now I've got my dad's health not that good and my own health. So, but other than that, no, that's why, yeah.
It's been a roller coaster, hasn't it? Hey, a little bit of ups and downs and whatnot,
yeah.
But
yeah, and I just, you sort of think every time I turn around there's something else, and I feel like it's a real challenge. And it's sort of, there have been times, and people, even my family, have said to me, you need to give up the gym because you've never been this sick. When I was overweight, not eating properly, I've never been this sick in my life. But I think my body's sort of adjusting in my own mind. That's how I'm saying it. My body's adjusting to things happening with the working out and the fitness. And it's so I've sort of just persevere, and I'll just put them to the side, and just keep trying. That's all I can do.
Yeah, you got a great attitude. I know there's so many more benefits to what you're doing with your exercise and you mentally as well, for you to keep working on this stuff for yourself. But Yeah, it's been a challenge. Like, tell us some of the things when you say you've had some health issues. Like, what are some of the things that you've had to battle through? Give us a bit of a rundown.
Oh my gosh. I had at the start of this year, I ended up with a really bad rash, and I couldn't work out what it was. So I went to a immunologist, tried to work out that what it is. I've also got asthma, and that's been playing up quite a bit lately. Just tired all the time. That was the one thing that got me. I'd lost a lot of weight, but I was tired all the time. And you hear people say they lose weight and they've got this much energy. And that's what sort of got to me. It's like I was looking at my iron levels were down, were pretty low. I ended up having an iron infusion in February this year, which is where they inject blood, where you have a slowly put in blood with iron in it. So that's plateaued out a bit. But yeah, it was just the tiredness that got me going. And it's just, yeah, it's one of those things. And I just don't know. My vitamin D levels were low. Yeah, so it's just a multitude of things, I fell over. I was looking after a friend's kids in September of last year, and I fell over. I went out to go out to the car. I grazed my shin, ended up with cellulitis and an infection there that wasn't healing. So it's just a multitude of things. And as I said, I feel like every time I come to the gym, because I'm on my own, I have to share it with you guys. And I feel like I've always got, something wrong with me. She says with a croaky voice, because Dan made me work out too hard last night. And it was cool when I got home, and I was mug up probably.
Guilty. No, look, and you have you. The reason I want to share this is because, like, it's a reminder to people. It's not always smooth sailing, and sometimes this can happen, and your body, for whatever reason, whether it's the exercise, I don't know, whatever it is, but sometimes you start working out. And all of a sudden your body's like, holy crap, what are you doing? We haven't done this for a long time and I don't understand what's going on. And there can be an adjustment period, or things can come up, or you've got setbacks, or you get cellulitis, and so it's just a good reminder that, hey, these things, this is a reality of what can happen sometimes, but it's no reason to then stop and just give up on yourself, because if you persevere, you'll come out the other side. And you are persevering, and I know you'll come out the other side, and I've seen it happen with other people. So it's just getting down to what works and figuring it out, and you're doing all that stuff really well. But tell us a little bit about some of the things you're proudest of that you've achieved so far, in the last 12 to 18 months since you've been training. What are some of the things you look back on and go, man, weight loss is obviously great. What are some of the other things as well that you're most proud of?
My first thing that I noticed, and you'll laugh at this, Dan, first thing I noticed after, say, about 3 or 4 months was I could get up off the floor without holding onto a wall to get myself up off the ground.
I remember this. Yeah.
And that was one of the first things that sort of like, whoa, I can now get up off the chair without sort of, going, I still go, I'm creaking, but things like that, just little things. But my strength has got a whole lot better. I noticed that. I can do a plank a little bit longer than what I thought I could. That's pretty good. Still need to get going on the crunches and getting my abs going. I think there's too much fat under there at the moment, and all that's for trying to find the abs. They're there. I can feel them every now and again. So I need to do a crunch properly. That's what I'd like to do. And it's just, I suppose it's my strength. And I suppose if it wasn't, and that's the one thing, but I suppose perseverance, you've got to get and do it. But the main thing is the perseverance, and I haven't stopped, is because of the people. Everyone's really there sort of saying, and you, Dan, and the other trainers, Annette, Ali, and Carly, it's the pushing, not pushing, but the slight prodding and having a bit of a laugh. I like to have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a joke. And that's all achieved, and everyone's there to help you out. And it's like, at the moment I'm getting dizzy as I get up off the floor, and I'll sort of take my time, and everyone will say, you okay? It's okay. Yeah, I'm used to this now. I just get up off the floor, but everyone cares. And those sort of things that I enjoy about CoreFit. And as I said, the achievements is just overall before we went away on holidays, I walked up Strzelecki, up the hill I walked from Merewether all the way up to Bar Beach and did Strzelecki, did the Anzac walk. I had to stop a few times, but I did it. Something I've never done before.
Awesome. Yeah, it's so cool. There's so many. I think often what happens is people forget about these little things, these little kind of presence and wins that they achieved from the exercise. And it's very much just focused on the vanity or the aesthetics and all that stuff. But yeah, you kind of think about all these things, and just probably 100 more things there we could rattle off that you've achieved. But it's often you forget about those things sometimes because they're so incremental in what you're doing that you don't realize that, wow, I can do this now and I couldn't do that. There's more that I can think of off the top of my head, but I think you've done so well, and I'm so proud of what you've been able to achieve. And again, it hasn't been smooth sailing, and you have come a long way, and you are still in a lot better, physical and I'd say mental shape than what you were when you started, even though you've got other things going on now, which you're getting sorted. So well done. Congratulations. Last question. What's your advice to someone when you started this program or started, the 6-week program and you're looking to get into it? Like, what's your advice to someone, Leanne, who may be in a similar position to you, where they're kind of sitting on the edge and they think they need to do something, but they just kind of hesitant to do it? What would you say to that person?
Just do it. Just do it. Bite the bullet. You'd be surprised. As I said, I was shocked after the 6-week challenge that I really enjoyed it. And there was things that I really enjoyed doing. The exercise was good. And then, as I said, the little things, and I've noticed the little things is you can get up off the floor easily, get up off the ground. And it's those little things, and you just got to go and do it. Bite the bullet. You need to look after your health. You need to look after not only your physical health, but your mental health as well. And to do that, if you need to do something for yourself, go for it. I did it for myself, and it was time I did something after the amount of years. It's time just to do something for me. And all the people my family telling me, no, you need, stop. No, I'm going to keep doing. I'll just see how it goes and just keep plodding away. I don't feel at the moment, as I said, I've plateaued on my weight, but I'm still doing some bad things, which I know are bad. But I haven't put any weight on in the last 4 or 5 months. That's the main thing for me. I haven't done that. If I'd have put on weight with the stuff that I'm doing and eating, then that would be defeating the purpose. So just do it. Just go ahead and do it.
Good advice. You heard it from Leanne. There it is. Yes. Hey, at the end of the day, I think procrastination kills people. And it's a good advice. Good advice as any. So thank you so much, Leanne. Thanks for sharing your story. Thanks for being vulnerable enough to share it. Appreciate your support. And to any of you guys out there who this may resonate with, feel free to comment below. She's a wonderful lady. She's good fun. She does swear a little bit more than what she has. But anyway, that's okay. But I really thank you again for joining us today. And thank you guys for watching. And we'll say goodbye for now. And we'll see you all very soon. See you soon. Bye.